In this question, we can see that we're dealing with a cylinder. And because it's talking about its filling capacity, we know that's a volume situation. So let's go to the reference document. And to find the volume of a cylinder, we can see right here it's pi r squared h. So let's go ahead and write out that formula, and we'll plug in everything we know so we can find the missing value. We can see 9.6 cubic centimeters, or centimeters cubed, which whenever it's to the third power cubed, we know that we're dealing with volume, so we can replace the V with 9.6. Pi is a constant, so we'll rewrite it. And the height is 0.8. We want to the nearest whole centimeter, so to the nearest whole number, the radius. Well, right now it's r squared because of the equation. So let's go ahead and get r squared by itself first, and then we can get r by itself. So we want to get rid of the 0.8 and the pi, because those are more loosely attached compared to the squared, which is the most directly attached. And so I'm going to divide by 0.8 and pi at the same time. I'll do that to both sides. And I'm a big fan of using the fraction button on my calculator. Obviously, you can use Desmos. But the reason I do the fraction is because if I just type in 9.6 divided by 0.8 pi, because I didn't put parentheses, at least a left parenthesis on the left of the 0.8, it assumes I'm doing 9.6 divided by 0.8 and then multiplying by pi, which is incorrect. So notice instead, I'm going to go ahead and type it in like this. 0.8, and I'll do pi, so second caret, and this is the correct answer, which I could have gotten as well if I was cautious and did a left parenthesis here, which I could do by doing second insert at this point and putting the left parenthesis, and we get the correct value. So now that I know what r squared is, it's, approximately that 3.82 value. I like to keep it exact, even though I'm writing it in its rounded form. But now I'm going to go ahead and square root both sides, which technically gives me plus or minus. But because we're dealing with a radius, you can have a negative radius. So we'll just look at the positive version. And I'm just going to do square root. And I could either press up and enter, and then press enter again. Or I could have done second x squared to do the square root and put answer. Either way, rounded to the nearest integer is 2.